I think, crossing the line too far into blasphemy for a lot of the trad guys, and you know, you don't want to offend the trad guys. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Trent and I appreciate you coming. If you have been here before, appreciate you coming back. October 1 is opening day archery season for us here in Illinois, and I am beyond excited to get out in the trees. In the woods, just to get out there hunting, you know what I mean. So with that in mind, I thought I would talk about my traditional archery setup for the 2021 season, then kind of how I came to choosing those things, and you know, all the fun stuff of that nature. So I'm not a super big traditional hunter. I carry the bow into the woods with me maybe 3 times a year at the most, and it's just because I don't dedicate the time in to become really proficient at distances further than 20 yards. It takes a lot of practice to get good, especially when you're shooting past 20 yards with a trad bow, and I just don't put in the time, and that's the biggest reason it doesn't go in the woods with me. So for a bow, I have OMP Smoky Mountain Hunter. It's a 62-inch AMO at 50 pounds. Basically, this was just because it was cheap. I wanted to get into trad archery and shoot a recurve and things like that, but I didn't want to drop a ton of money, and this is where I started. It's not a bad bow at all, but I have shot some nicer ones since then, and I can tell you there is definitely a difference between a lower quality entry-level recurve and a higher quality, nicer recurve. I mean, there's just a lot of differences in speed and shootability and just the shock felt in your hand and things of that nature. So I do want to upgrade eventually. For a rest, I'm running the Super T300 Hunter Flipper rest. I don't know who makes it. I got it off of Three Rivers, and Three Rivers is kind of where I look to for most of my traditional gear. It's just, that is kind of the headquarters for trad stuff, and you know, it just makes sense to me to go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. So I've settled on this rest. I've tried a couple other styles of rest, shooting off the shelf. I just didn't care for it. This rest has worked out extremely well for me. For a quiver, I'm doing something a little blasphemous to most traditional archery guys, and I'm shooting a modern quiver. And this is just a leftover I had from Arrowlock. Matter of fact, they sent it to me to do a review on right after I purchased one of their 5-arrow quivers. And it's a great quiver. I like this and the 5-arrow. The 5-arrow is probably going to get used mostly for the compound, and this one will be mostly for my trad bow. Just so happens I only have 3 arrows left after practicing with the trad bow, and it fits 3 arrows. So like I said, I just had this one laying around already. For arrows, these are something that I did buy new, and I picked for a couple reasons. The Black Eagle Instinct, and the 2 main reasons I picked them is 1, they're micro diameter to help with penetration, and 2, they come with a 100 grain stainless steel outsert right out of the box. So we're already getting that arrow weight and front of center up, which is exactly what I want. I've got them straight fletched with 4-inch, I believe, feathers, 2 whites and 1 natural barred. I've got her white reflective wrap, and I'm doing that because I'm not putting lighted nocks on this setup. That's, I think, crossing the line too far into blasphemy for a lot of the trad guys, and you know, you don't want to offend the trad guys. Just messing with you, calm down. Anyways, for broadheads, I've got 265 grain meatheads, and actually I bought these to shoot out of my compound with a different arrow setup, and just so happened they really shot well out of my recurve with this setup, and I was like, well, if it fits, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to break it, or, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality, and this for sure wasn't broke with how well it shot. String dampeners are just beaver fur because it's traditional looking, and honestly they work really well. And then for a tab, I prefer a tab over a glove. Personal preference type of deal for me. It just, I'm more accurate with a tab. But it's a Black Widow medium calf hair 3-under tab. I shoot 3-under. Again, it's a personal preference thing, and I'm just more accurate with 3-under. So that's my entire traditional archery setup. You know, the beautiful thing about traditional archery is it's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it. I don't have to worry about sights, you know, anything crazy. I don't run a stabilizer on this setup or anything of that nature. So that's the end of the video, guys. I mean, it can be quick with traditional archery, and again, it's simple, and I like that. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on other social medias, Facebook, Instagram. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Minds.com is something I'm trying out. It's minds.com. It's a new social media platform, so you can check me out there if you're on there or you want to check it out. That's it. No more talking. I appreciate you again for watching. I will catch you guys so much wow, that was a jumbled mess. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.